Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Rick dropping in on you. Hope everybody's having a great week so far, man. It's Wednesday already. So much is going on. It is a blessing, first and foremost, to be alive. You know what I always say, if you're still breathing, you are still in the fight. Look, no matter what you may be going through right now, no matter how it may look, trust me when I tell you that advancing in life is not about finding the easy road. You'll hit some easy spots. It's about trusting and believing that if you stay on the path, that if you commit yourself, that if you refuse to relent, that if you don't turn around, that if you stay the course, things will happen in your favor. This is about resilience. This is about being relentless. This is about staying in the fight and finishing. And I cannot express that enough. There's going to be some things, I'm telling you from experience. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have delays. You're going to have collapses. You're going to have all these different things that people go out of their way to avoid and to no avail. Whether you play it safe or not, you're going to find yourself in difficult situations. So you might as well get out there, go after the things that your heart is telling you deep inside, not that stuff that's on the surface telling you don't try it. It's too risky. It's too dangerous. It won't happen. I'm telling you that you're going to have to step out on the ledge. You're going to have to go beyond the shadows, and you're going to have to go beyond what you can see to literally take hold of anything of any true value. Faith is the substance of things that we hope for and the evidence of the things we cannot see. It is not until you start to move into spaces that you can't let yet figure out. You don't have all the answers. All the pieces to the puzzle don't fit together. You seem a little discombobulated. You seem a little unfamiliar. You seem a little frustrated. Let me tell you that this is where you show up. My motto every morning when I wake up, the first thing I'm going to say is thank you. The second thing I'm going to say, and this is before I move in my bed, thank you. The first thing out of my mouth, my eyes aren't even open yet. Thank you. The next thing out of my mouth is I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this moment. And then I start to name all the things that I'm blessed with and I'm grateful for. I don't give attention to the things that are not where I want them to be. I don't give attention to the things that are not in alignment. I'm not focusing on the things that are detracting. I'm focusing on what I'm grateful for, because gratitude is the gateway to abundance. And then once I get through that part of it, the next thing I say, no 0 days, no excuses. What does that mean? That means that every day I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get what is out there for me to get. You heard me say, and you hear me say at the end of all of my videos, all of my lectures, all of my speeches, that I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. What does that mean? That means that I'm going to give each day its due. I'm not going to cheat a day. I'm not going to sit up and say, I don't feel like it. I had a bad day. I'm not in the mood. I don't operate on move. I don't operate on mood. I operate on responsibility. I don't operate on emotion. I operate on commitment. What I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. Now, that I'll be honest with you, there are some things, because I reach, I don't play safe. I don't sit up. I'm never going to be accused of having dwarf goals and colorless dreams. Remember, my favorite quote of all time is that if the vision you have for your life isn't so huge that it's intimidating you, there's a good chance it's insulting God. Now, let me tell you something about huge dreams and huge visions. You're going to stumble a little bit. You're going to fall sometimes. You're going to set a date to have things done, and it's going to be such a huge project that you'll get to the date and you're not complete yet. But here's what happens when you set those huge goals. You fail forward. That's what my mentor told me over 35 years ago, said, you will consistently fail forward because you don't filter your vision. And what he was saying is you set your goals so dramatically high that it's virtually impossible to get there, and you don't care. What you're doing is creating an urgency to step out into something and every day give it your all so that you don't leave anything on the table. That's what I mean by die by E. No matter what hour I leave this place, I will have given everything I can to this life. I will have given every moment. That's 86,400 seconds in a day. I'm going to live it. It doesn't mean that every hour I'm up working. It doesn't mean that every hour I'm sitting down pecking on a computer, writing a book or writing a lecture or creating a course or working with the client. What it means is I value every second of my day. It's a precious thing to have in this world. It's a life. And to be able to move. So I value it. So I give it something in return. I give it my energy, my effort, my faith, my belief, my trust, my anticipation. I'm standing in something knowing that something's going to happen and I'm going to be a blessing to others because of it. Yes, I'm going to reap rewards. Yes, I'm going to be able to do some things that I want to do, but ultimately I will have left an impression on this world that I came, I saw, I conquered, I gave, I loved, I healed, I blessed, I elevated. Those are the things that I want to leave as a legacy. And I have the ability, the right, and the responsibility to do it. That's what I'm trying to get a hold, get you to understand here, is that there's something in your life that you were meant to do, something in your life that is indicative of your design, something in your life that is that you're supposed to be doing that is indicative of your mentality, of your personality, indicative of the things that you're supposed to be accomplishing in the future. And what I want you to do is I want you to step out in it. No 0 days, no excuses. That means be intentional about your growth. Be intentional about your destiny. Decide that there's something you're going for and wake up every day and take just one more step. Because if you take one more step, there's no 0 day. Take one more step. If you take one more step, that there's growth in that. I wake up every day and it's no 0 days, no excuses. I'm waking up every day with an intent on growing that day. I will not go to sleep the same person that woke up this morning. I will find something to learn, something to move me, something to grow me, something to challenge me, something to push me, but I will not stand still. I will not sit around, and I will not be shaken by delay. Delay does not mean denial. I've learned that some of the time that the things you're wanting the most are on the other side of delay, on the other side of fear, on the other side of uncertainty, and on the other side of pain, even, that you're going to find out that the things of value are going to call for you to put something in the game. It's going to call for you to move into something that is uncomfortable. It's going to pull you out of your comfort zone. But trust me, when you come out of the comfort zone, the world opens up. You're going to feel a little vulnerable. You're going to feel that you're exposed. But see, you can't move if you're clenched back into that corner. You can't move. There's no maneuverability. There's no flexibility. There's no way for you to advance, and you just sit there. I want you to come out of it. And no, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. The life I've lived hasn't been an easy life. It's been extremely rewarding. It's been an extreme blessing. I have left my impact. If I leave today, I'm good because I've touched lives. I've changed lives. I've helped people see things that they never thought they would see. But I am going to give myself to every moment, whether I'm sleep and resting and recovering and rejuvenating and letting myself restore so that I can be full power to go at it the next day, whether I'm sitting up and I'm loving on my grandkids or my children, whether I'm sitting up and I'm embraced in the intimacy of love, whether I'm sitting up and hanging out with my guys. Everything is a chance for me to grow, a chance for me to touch, a chance for me to heal, a chance for me to speak life. I don't see it as casual. I see it as a moment. But in the times that I'm working with my client, I'm giving them every ounce of what I have. I'm sharing my energy, sharing my faith, sharing my insight, sharing my experience, sharing what it has taken for me to come from where I started to where I am now. And as I was reminded last week, learning to appreciate where I'm at as I move. It's a beautiful thing to sit up and understand that just looking at the man I am now and knowing this is not where I started. This is not what I used to be like. This is not what I used to expect. It's a blessing. It's an honor. It's something that every person, male or female, should experience. But you're going to have to challenge yourself. You're going to have to challenge yourself to get out of that corner of comfort. You're going to have to challenge yourself to come out of that space of trepidation and fear. You're going to have to release that anxiety. What does the scripture say? It says, be anxious for nothing and everything. And with everything by prayer and supplication, make your request known unto God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds. See, there's a level that you can't rationalize. There's a level that won't make sense to the rational mind, but will speak to your spirit, and your spirit will start to disagree with negative circumstances that other people are shaken by. People are, you can't possibly be going through that. You're too calm. Worry doesn't add anything to what I'm trying to do, so I'll remain calm if that's okay with you. You don't seem perplexed. That's because I have access to the answer, and the answer is always on time. What I may consider to be tardy isn't tardy in when you're operating with the understanding of what you're supposed to be doing, and you're receiving revelation from God. You understand that, hey, it arrives when it's supposed to. If it arrives too soon, you may move too soon. If it arrives too soon, it may not be time for the execution of whatever the revelation presents. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is why I can't promise you a life of ease. I can promise you a life of power, a life of reward, a life of honor, a life of fulfillment. No 0 days, no excuses. Look, on that note, I'm going to get out. In the description box, there's a way for you to work with me through my rapid transformation session. It is a session, and I believe this one offers, get one session, I'm going to give you the next session on me. It's a 1-session transformational experience. I designed it to be that way, so it's highly intensive, but I'm going to give a second session. So you're going to get 2 for the price of 1 if you register today. I want to encourage people, invest in yourself. If it's not with me, with someone, there's somebody out there that can fast track what you're trying to do. Stop cheating yourself. Start to understand the value of the moment. Start to understand the value of the opportunity. Stop procrastinating. It is the thief of time and opportunity. Start making moves. Start taking steps. Don't sit up and waste your seconds. 86,400 seconds in a day. What are you doing with them? Because what you're doing with them will determine the outcome of your life. That's my challenge to you. I hope to hear from some of you. I hope to be able to work with you. What I can tell you is about 70% of the people who do these normally end up working with me long term. They're that powerful. But you have to be ready to produce a change in your life. You have to be ready to take the next step. It's up to you. Look, on that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day. And for the people who are watching on Instagram, you can always go to my profile bio and click that Linktree link and access all the stuff I'm talking about on here, because I know a lot, most of the time you can't click links in the actual video, whatever, stuff like that. But you can always go to that Linktree link and click it, and everything that you want to access is on Linktree. If not, you'll be able to get in touch with us through Linktree, and we'll get you what you need and what you desire. But the whole resource menu is in Linktree, pretty much. On that note, look, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. My challenge is that you do the same. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day.